Recently, cocaine traffickers aboard a boat called to the captain to hasten, as a Spanish customs surveillance service vessel pursued them in a 60-second TikTok clip. The clip, which has received over 1 million views, resembled the moment from the Netflix show Narcos. However, in the coke warfare between the cartels, it was a pretty high pursuit. According to Howard Campbell, an anthropologist and drug researcher at the University of Texas at El Paso, cartels have long exploited social media to stun and terrify their opponents. He stated that it had proved to be an excellent method. The employment of TikTok is only the most recent manifestation of this phenomenon. However, their approach to criminal organizations has changed. Audiences no more see victims dangling from buildings, decapitated heads on exhibit, or carefully prepared clips with anti-government slogans. Certainly not on TikTok, the famous video app. Initially, the videos were vulgar and brutal, with scenes of decapitations and abuse that were broadcast on YouTube to intimidate rival gangs and demonstrate the brutality that security forces faced. And then, over time, the content became more refined as social media platforms progressed and cartels became more familiar with the technology. While some movies are still designed to terrorize, others have been intended to show young men in remote Mexico the possible rewards of getting involved in the coke business. David Saucedo, a security analyst based in Mexico City, mentioned that TikTok is mostly used to encourage a way of life and to create an image of wealth and elegance to demonstrate the quote-unquote perks of participating in illicit operations. As said by Saucedo, the purpose of promoting these clips is basically to tempt young guys wanting to enter the cartel with pictures of money bags, infinite riches, partying, heavy weaponry, exotic pets like tiger cubs, whatever you could imagine. He explained that he had seen several criminal statements, but one has encountered the most is a memo encouraging people to join cartel organizations or criminal organizations in general. Numerous videos appear when you type #cartelTikTok into the social media search field. The majority of them from people advocating a crime syndicate way of life, clips with narco corridos, Mexican melodies about coke smuggling, as instrumentals, and assumed participants boasting about cash and flashy cars and luxurious lifestyle. Coerced recruiting is a tactic used by the cartels. People are fleeing their homeland and seeking shelter in other nations, according to a UNICEF poll. Roughly 35,000 children and teens have been enlisted by crime groups in Mexico, having participated in unlawful transactions that put their lives in danger, as per the Child's Right Network in Mexico. Researchers, on the other hand, claim that they will go to any length to attract more citizens to participate. Derek Maltz, former head of Drug Enforcement Administration Special Operations Division, warned that cartels will do basically anything it takes to expand their worth of billions of dollars in the industry. He further stated that using social media is highly appealing. It's heavily used by the youngsters too, particularly TikTok, so it's 100% a recruiting instrument. People are reacting, according to a scan of the #Cartel TikTok network and linked accounts. Individuals' public statements such as, "Are you recruiting? Do you allow gringos to join? Can I be a trafficker? Do I need a registration?" Or some even have clips saying things like, "My children need holiday gifts." Another of the public accounts associated with this cartel network responded, "Definitely, there's work for everyone. I'll post the applications as soon as possible. What's the value of the pound in your town? To chat, follow me on Instagram, yada yada." Well, over 100 people commented on the photo of two men holding $100 cash and drinks. Malk remarked that it's recognized that Mexican cartels produce vast quantities of methamphetamine, and as a result, business is thriving. They intend to expand their company, therefore hiring more personnel is going to be important. It's in fact crucial. And, they like being hip. Therefore, they need to use these channels to keep their industry running. The folks who support the Mexican cartels are acting like international terrorists. They are publicizing a terrorist organization so that anybody who follows or promotes Mexican cartels is complicit in heinous, torturous violence. They're not murdering just Americans, but also Mexicans at unprecedented rates. According to specialists, thanks to the algorithm, you might wind up in the #Cartel TikTok's universe with only one like of any of those clips. As a result, Lots of TikTok users idolize the cartel lifestyle by seeing it all the time, by loving, spreading, and viewing videos by them. The popularity of cartel living videos on TikTok has not dampened the existence of serious cartel content on social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook. In July of 2020, a clip uploaded via Twitter by the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación displayed an array of cartel troops moving vehicles and shooting military guns, demonstrating the cartel's high-level weaponry. Cartels have continued to use these channels to communicate with their adversaries. However, a prospective TikTok method of recruitment might just touch millions of young Americans who are interested in such groups, not only for being in the groups, but for money. Saucedo mentioned that he's very confident cartels would succeed if they're promoting their stuff on TikTok. Without question, TikTok is going to be able to access previously untapped sectors of the white masses. Or any masses. Anybody that's impressionable. Authorities in charge of cybercrime are meant to be on the lookout for strange activity, but it's questionable whether they're looking into the cartel's new advertising recruiting ground on TikTok. The DEA didn't immediately respond to a request from a statement from the Courier-Journal. Victor Manjarres Jr., who is a senior associate director of the University of Texas at El Paso Center for Law and Human Behavior, and he stated that from his perspective, U.S. authorities are investigating those concerns on social media, but he does believe that they have just enough means to do an effective job. Maltz believes that parents ought to be better informed about the Mexican cartel scenario. There's a lack of information in the United States, particularly when it comes to hazardous connections between Mexican cartels and terrorist groups like the Hezbollah and others. So, at the end of the day, it's a risky mindset to stick to. Many of the hashtag cartel TikTok videos have been deleted from TikTok, but with users worldwide spreading the content, it's really easy to find these popular videos on the platform. Texas Governor Greg Abbott also claimed that TikTok is supporting human trafficking in Texas during a border security briefing. He said that cartels in Mexico are now using TikTok to promote traffickers in Texas, in San Antonio, Houston, and other locations in Texas, and possibly other places, to market for traffickers for payment to seek individuals here in Texas, including human trafficking victims. When contacted for a response, a TikTok spokeswoman stated that the app collaborates with third-party intelligence companies to strengthen its security and make proper disclosures to law authorities. TikTok strongly bans content that promotes or facilitates illegal activity, and if cartels or kingpins are discovered on the site, it will be removed. And that was a statement that she made on the TikTok's official interview with an insider. She mentioned that TikTok would be delighted to collaborate with the governor on this vital issue. Another TikTok representative said the corporation is focused on working with enforcement agencies to fight unorganized criminal behavior when questioned about TikTok's attempts to limit the posts. She mentioned that as part of their efforts to keep our citizens safe, TikTok deletes posts and profiles that advocate unlawful conduct and restricted commodities following the community's rules. Saucedo added that it appears, sadly, TikTok is supporting cartel recruiting while actively encouraging men's infatuation with the cartel lifestyle. However, the integration of the two variables could be just as deadly for America as it was for Mexico. Notwithstanding the coronavirus outbreak and border closures, gangs have discovered a means to keep smuggling coke into the United States. Homicide rates in Mexico are rising, as is the United States drug overdose issue. What cartels are portraying on TikTok, on the other hand, is a veiled truth designed to attract new members. In reality, it's a polar reverse of what a fresh recruit would actually be expected to do when he enters the Mexican cartels. Lastly, according to Saucedo, once they fall victim to the lies that they've been fed and spoon-fed on TikTok within the cartel, fresh members are hired to work as traffickers, spies, or hitmen because these groups got to deal with the government and other people. They have the most danger. And so they basically get looped in to get locked up or shot. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Do give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm keeping that. You know what? Most people have already clicked off at this point. You already know what I was going to say anyways. Literally everybody says it on any YouTube video. You know, I could just be over here sucking my thumb, and you'd be like, he probably wants me to subscribe right now, and you'd be right.
So, yeah. Subscribe. Later.